Hello guys, and welcome to the second problem in Codeforces. And in this problem, it's called way too long words. Okay, so the bottom line of this paragraph, but you can read it. But we're going to make like shortcuts for words that its length is above 10 characters. Okay, let's take an example. Localization will spelled as L and N last character, and L is the first character, and 10 is the number of characters between L and N. Let's take an example. You should take the number of cases here and look through these cases, and if you have a word that less than 10 characters, you just print it. And if you have a word like localization or any word that its length above 10 characters, you just print the first character and the last character and the length of the characters between the first and the last character. Okay, it's easy problem. Let's go to code blocks. Okay, and you can go to the Codeforces problems project in main CPP. Okay, and this is the first problem. I'm gonna delete it. First thing, I'm gonna need the string header, so I'm gonna make it string.h. And first thing, I'm gonna read the number of cases, which is 4 here in Codeforces example, like that. Let's try. Okay, I'm gonna read it like that, and I'm going to loop through this. Let's make for loop from 0 to n I++, and here I want to read all strings one time together, and after that I'm gonna processing these strings and print the result after for loop. Okay, and first thing, I want to read the first string in the n cases. Okay, so I'm going to need a string here, string temp. Okay, and I'm going to read it like that, temp. Okay, and I want to check the length of this temp. So I'm gonna say if temp.size is above 10 characters, I want here to store the first character in this temp and the last character and the length of characters between the first and the last character. So I'm gonna store this result in a string, another string here. Let's make a string called result, and it will be an empty string right now. So under here I'm gonna say result equal result plus, or you can make a concatenation here like that, and I'm going to say temp, the first character in temp, and you can say here temp, and here you can set the last element in temp by using size, temp.size, which is if the length is 15, the size will be 15, and we're going to need the 14 index, so I'm gonna say -1. And between these two elements or two characters, I'm gonna set a string here, which is the number of the characters between the first and the last character. And I am going to convert this integer to a string so it can deal with all string, because this is a character, temp 0 character, and the last element is a character, and this is a string, so I cannot make a concatenation with characters, so I'm going to need a string between them. And the length will be all temp.size but -2, the first and the last element, like that. Okay, let's convert this integer to a string using function called toString, like that. And this toString, maybe the compiler won't able to read it, so you can enable a flag using setting compiler, and here, and try to enable this flag. Okay, and click OK, and the function will work with you. Okay, so let's try, and let's say else. If the size is not above 10 characters, I will concatenate the word itself like that, and let's add a new line here, \n, and here a new line, \n, like that. And after reading all these and process all this string. Let's try to see out the result. Okay, let's run. Let's use for and type word like Codeforces example and localization, and let's try another string here and another string here, and it print word because word its length is less than 10 characters, and in localization it typed L and N and between them 10 because localization is 12 length, and the same thing with the rest. Okay, let's try this solution. Let's take a copy and let's go to Codeforces. I will reorder the problems and let's enter way too long words. Go to submit. Okay, and maybe the Codeforce example, I have a new line because this \n, and we should make \n in two ways. So I'm gonna remove it from here and remove it from here like that, and let's make it here. Let's say result plus equal \line because it will be in the both condition, and maybe in the last iteration I won't need this \line, so I'm gonna say if I equal n-1, if I equal n-1, so this is the last iteration. I don't wanna this \n to add to the result, so I'm gonna say if not, add this \n. Let's take it copy and go to code blocks and let's try before submission. Let's try 4 and the same example like that, so I don't have extra line here. Let's go back to Codeforces and click submit. Okay, it's taken too long. Let's try a refresh. Okay, it's accepted. See you in the third problem.